company like Elevation Networks gives you the tools to be able to go into work confidently and gives you the opportunity to do other things outside of university, so extracurricular activities to help you develop as a person.
Because they see things from our perspective, us students, the way it's easier for us to understand the challenges that we face.
The reason why EN stands out from different organisations and initiatives is because it has access to high-profile corporations that are able to help in driving social mobility for young people.
It allows you to see that there's a bridge forming between the big firms you want to get into and you studying the subjects you're studying at university.
A young partnership, an innovative partnership, something where they're able to bring to the table areas of expertise and knowledge that we perhaps on our own wouldn't be able to, but we are able to bring size and reach, and together we are able to be that much more effective.
For a firm such as Deloitte and for the multicultural network to be able to support us and enhance us and even encourage us to go further and to do more is exciting, and I think that's what makes it different.
It was not just a case of, okay, we're going out there and doing great stuff for the community, which is brilliant, but it's also adding and bringing people into the firm. And one of the things around our diversity agenda is not to go to the normal kind of Russell groups or the typical traditional talent pools that we would usually do as a firm, being Deloitte. We wanted to be quite bold and very innovative in the way we did that.
A firm that not only is maybe sponsoring what we do, but is also offering that advice. So it's a resource in terms of offering mentorship, offering insight, offering that kind of that corporate edge, which is something that wouldn't naturally come to us coming from a university background.
Partnering with a company of that magnitude shows the intent, and it shows that, being student-led, anything is possible.
And a lot of people tend to think that a company like Deloitte, they're big, they're powerful, they're one of those big corporates, so it's really hard to get any sort of insight into what it's like to work there. And I think when an organization like EN come along and they work along with them and they see that it's actually accessible.
It allows students to think, okay, the gap is not too big, it's not too far away, it's not out of my reach, I don't need to know this person to get into that type of career.
Bringing diversity to our approach in dealing with external efforts that we are making in the diversity arena and the talent arena. And therefore it is richer because of the different perspectives that Elevation Networks brings to Deloitte, and their experience is not limited to Deloitte, so therefore we are able to benefit from their wider knowledge of the areas that they are experts in, and that are useful to us as an organisation.
Initially it started off kind of just testing the waters. I decided that we would host a couple of events for them and get involved, which was the Great Debate Tour last year and also the Next Big 11. I mean, we've got a great community and a great sort of department that has international markets involved. And working very closely with graduate recruitment, it was a no-brainer.
We had an opportunity to show our students that actually this is not just a big corporate firm and it's like, oh, it's all very, very serious and things like that, but it was to show that actually they can engage with student issues and they can engage with student initiatives and things that are happening on campus, and they're very much a part and parcel of the culture. And I think that was quite nice, and through the Great Debate Tour they were able to see that, oh, okay, this company wants to be a part of something like this, really? They're happy to tour and support what we're doing? Oh, okay, that's quite nice. If I now join a company like that, I can still be a part of something like this, and that was quite nice.
Diversity is such a big word these days.
Whatever I'm doing is with a diverse community, and therefore wherever I work, that should be reflected as well.
We are of so many different shapes and sizes and colours, especially in London. So if you don't actively promote it, then you're not promoting me as a human being, me as an ethnic minority, and I'm very passionate and driven about what I do, and I hope that a company that I am going to work for shares my passion.
Diversity, in short, means strength, but only if there is some common grounding, some common denominator that can be built upon.
We want the talented people, we want the gifted people, but we also want the people that aren't afraid to be different and, and say that actually because I'm different, I've got this much more added value.
Just lets you take a look at diversity, and it takes you through a road where it shows you that actually some organizations do it differently and they do want you on board, and it's those organizations that you go for.
The diversity of approach, the freshness that an organization like EN brings to Deloitte, the wider perspectives, it makes us look beyond ourselves and our own internal problems, and frankly I think with the Elevation Networks we believe there will be a wider impact that will enhance the Deloitte brand more generally.
The beauty about this relationship is it hits so many areas. It's not just about ethnicity, there's social mobility, there's community. So for me, my initial kind of concept was to get Deloitte as a brand and an employer brand out to that network and to the members of that network. And I think we've achieved that in our first stage. There's a piece there with a big question mark now, whereas is how do we take it to the next level? How do we always remain one step ahead?
How can we harness that or strengthen that relationship through mentoring, through supporting them, whether that's supporting very specifically on a particular application process feeding into internship program or a graduate program, but also generally in terms of personal development for a student as well as for an employee.
We've got the initiatives in place, we've got the programs in place. It's developing those and taking them to the next level. It's bringing hopefully more people through our pipeline. So increasing our talent pool of having more diverse students come through from different backgrounds and different experiences and different cultures.
It's quite exciting in terms of the landscape. I think it is a blank canvas, but it is also a journey. And I think that we're starting to learn things along the way. And I think we've laid a really good foundation for what lies ahead. So only bigger and better ahead.